Yeah. You already know what it is, man. It's another Wave podcast with your boy Wavy Boy here, man. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week as we bring it to a close. It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. We made it. We made it. Even though the doubters and the naysayers say that we wouldn't, we made it. You feel me? My heart and my condolences go out to everybody that we lost this week here. Of course, we never want to see people go, but we must keep going. We must keep going strong. So when you wake up in the morning, you just be thankful that you got another crack at it. You feel me? Even though we're coming to the end of the week, even though we're going into a healthy weekend, I hope everybody's out there being safe, being nice and courteous. Don't be trying to curve people and be too rude to people, man. People do not deserve that. Okay, that's just my advice out there, man. We're trying to spread love out here. We're trying to spread love as much as we can. You know, we all we got. Remember that. I want to talk about some of the questions that we're asking people when we're out there. I think people aren't asking the right questions based on where they are in their life. I think we're still asking questions that don't really apply to us in our age range. Speaking more so towards people in their 30s, 30 plus. I know people out there still trying to get out there and find love or find someone that they can be around for more than 20 minutes. So we want to make sure that we're asking all the right questions. Not just, hey, how you doing today and so forth like that. But as we get to know each other and we're dating, we're going out and linking up and so forth, we want to make sure that people are actually into the same type of things and lifestyles that we are. I do know that opposites attract, but sometimes we got to make sure that we are compatible. So some of those base questions that we ask to get to know people, they need to apply to our life. Stop asking questions that you probably needed to ask back in high school or in college and so forth. Okay, so like what are not just what people are doing now, but where do they see themselves in the future? You know, what are their goals, their aspirations? How do they inspire people? What are they doing for the community? Or do they ever have plans or doing anything to uplift the community? Things that actually matter out there in the world. Not everyone wants to be out there in the forefront, and we do understand that. Some people like to play it behind the scenes. But, you know, sometimes we want to know, like, what type of person are we really dealing with as far as, like, if you want to get out there and you want to make change, well, at least will they be there to support you and stand by you and at least play their part in the background if that's what they so choose to do? Or will they just straight up not support you at all? And sometimes we get into that where we get with people who do not support our dreams, no matter what it is, whether it's to be a doctor or go back to school and do something else in life that other people will probably deem too late to go back and do. We want to make sure that we're getting that same support, the same support that we would get when we were younger, when we were getting that support from our friends, our family, some of the elders that have passed on. Now that we are older and we aspire to do more in life, there's different types of support systems. We tend to draw towards not just ourselves. Of course, we want to believe and love in ourselves. I'm always trying to teach that. But, you know, our friends at that point, some of our peers at the current jobs that we are currently working or so forth like that we get close to. Also, most importantly, not just the kids and stuff like that we might end up having, maybe through a previous relationship or maybe them on the way or in their current relationship. But we also want to make sure that we get the proper support from our spouse, the people that we live with and that we're in the home with every day. We chose to spend the rest of our life with. We want to always make sure that when it comes down the road to those things in the beginning, what type of people are we dealing with? I think those types of things are very important in the beginning. I know some of us may be further into the relationship, but maybe some of us are still starting out or in the beginning stages. So we want to make sure that we're asking all the right questions. That way, when we get to these points and our hearts and our passion and our prayers have been answered, and then we go to tell our spouse, hey man, you know, this is what the Lord has for me, or whatever I believe it has for me. And they give you a side eye, or they are supportive, or maybe they get jealous. And maybe the jealousy might come from the fact that maybe they don't have anything going for themselves on that level. And maybe they don't want to play the background. Maybe they just don't want to see you win. And then, or we might just feel that way. And that leads to confusion and conflict. So we want to make sure that in the beginning, it's very important to get to know who we are getting involved with early on. So the things like that come up that people don't think about, we have all that in hand, and we know that when that time comes, we are not just getting that support from them, but also you are reciprocating the same energy by supporting them at the same time. You already know. That's my word of the day. Happy Friday. It's been a great week. You guys have a good one. Wave Boy out.
Sometimes I wonder why the fuck am I sad?